Before I begin, I'm going to start with a little intro. I wanted to share that unfortunately for me in the makings of this video, I somehow permanently deleted both the original audio and video clips that I intended to use in the editing process. It was hours of grueling editing and work that took only 5 seconds to go straight down the shithole. This audio was completely unrecoverable. It was a piece of work over an hour and a half long, so I assure you when I say I've learned my mistake and something like this will never happen again. So instead of a long and mostly coherent rambling and general discussion talking about the show with numerous details and examples from the show itself, I'm forced to do a shorter and more concise version why this show is just a complete disaster, all just to save some time. It's not what I wanted for my first video on this channel. It wasn't supposed to be an overall review, but I'm gonna make do with what I can for now. Okay, now that that's out of the way, back to the book of Boba Fett. Let's start out with the plot. In its most simple terms, it's dog shit. A generic crime lord versus crime lord story. It's incredibly simple and basic. Now for any other show with some talent behind it, could make that work. I don't see why not. Look at Narcos for an example. However, you can sum up this plot thread in 2 episodes, 6 and 7, where Boba is fighting his rival faction, the Pikes. Now that's not because there is no content to absorb here. There's tons of content all over the show. It's just that it's all useless filler. What I mean by that is, the rest of the series is just an absolute waste of time, filled with cringe dialogue, uninspiring and dull fight scenes, combined with pointless flashbacks that don't serve to demonstrate any real character development for our main characters or the plot. Scenes that test your patience and intelligence for watching ridiculous, hilarious moments like this.
And your inventory is water.
Yes, I broker sales on behalf of the vapor farmers, yes.
I grew up surrounded by water.
Well,
I mean, come on. It's hard to believe this is even Star Wars anymore. Not to mention the tedious fan cameos we encounter throughout the latter portion of this series, like Jake Skywalker, Squidward's cousin. I'm entirely convinced that this show is made for the sole purpose of a 7-long episode promo for Mandalorian Season 3. How else can the writers explain how Boba Fett didn't even show for episodes 5 and 6? That fact is honestly astonishing. I can't for the life of me think of another series where something like that has occurred. Please, if anyone has an idea, let me know. I mean, this show wanted to be the journey of an up-and-coming crime lord, vying for power in the galaxy against other powerful syndicates. Unfortunately, it was a confusing mess that saw an incompetent Boba Fett making insane decisions, like hiring assassins or gangs that tried to kill him almost immediately after. We don't even know what kind of daimyo Boba is. Does he run a protection racket? Does he sell or trade goods of any kind? Well, it's not explained. He simply demands tribute, then collects, because of something we don't know about. It's crazy to think about because in the show, they're constantly looking for muscle just to help Boba and Mulan run their territory. How did you usurp the previous daimyo in the first place if all you had was 2 people taking on an entire organizations whose resources greatly outnumber yourselves? It's fucking stupid. Why does anyone give you money or respect you? It's ridiculous. Well, something that we do know is that Boba doesn't like spice very much. Why, you ask? Well, I'm sorry, we don't know that information. Although, I have a sneaking suspicion it was used as an excuse to create drama with the Pikes. Not that that matters, because it seems Boba would have clashed with their group anyways, given this flashback dialogue.
Serious about forming your own house?
How many times have you been hired to do a job that was avoidable? If they only took the time to think. How much money could have been made? How many lives could have been saved?
Then you and I would be out of work.
I'm tired of our kind dying because of the idiocy of others.
I guess I should really get started talking about the flashbacks. I think it's just a flimsy excuse to try and develop both Boba's character and the Tuskens. Other than some annoyingly boring action scenes and hilarious, strange dialogue options for the flashbacks. They serve no real purpose other than to fill in time for the. Yeah, well, I guess I should start talking about the Tuscans now. You know, the Tuscans. These fucking Tuscans. You remember them, yes? Tuscans. The Tuscans that capture, torture, kill random people that cross their path. Well, now they're sympathetic heroes who are just protecting their lands from the evil foreigners invading their territory. Fucking fantastic. But hey, at least they're all saving at least 15% or more on their Panther insurance, right? Oh, whoops. Never mind. They're all dead. Now, I've stated a few times already that the fight scenes in this show are terrible. That's really an understatement. Every fight scene lacks a certain amount of stakes and competent decision making. Where are your guns? Where are they? Did you forget them at home? Hello? Are you there? Guns. Show me some guns, please. Please, show me guns. No, look. Some guns, yes. Finally. No, never mind. How am I supposed to get invested in the action if both Boba and Mando are invincible, and other characters make incompetent decisions? Honestly, the best episodes of this whole series are the ones where Boba isn't even in them. Not that that's saying much. We make a complete heel turn in episode 5, where Mando is now the main character. At first he was doing cool things, bounty hunting pigmen. Unfortunately, it then turns into a boring remember this from the other series. Remember Naboo? Remember pod racing? Remember Beggar's Canyon? Remember Jake and Yoda and Jedi training? Yes, I remember. We remember. Anyone who's watched Star Wars remembers. We don't need to be pandered to like this almost every episode. Oh wait, who's this guy? Well, he looks interesting. I hope nothing bad happens to him. He just got here, and it's only the last episode. Oh. Well, fuck that guy. No one likes him anyway. All in all, this whole show has been a complete waste of my time. It's mediocre at best, and a travesty to mankind at its worst. I choose the latter. Much like Disney's other projects, this is another on the long list of factory-produced sludge and garbage ready to be shoveled in the mouths of the plebs who watch them. I truly wish I could talk longer. Unfortunately, I've run out of time. Please share your thoughts about the show in the comments. And since this is my first video, I'd also like if some of you told me how I did. Praise me as a god or shit all over me. I don't really care which is which. And hey, if you plan to stick around, I'll have many other videos in the future. I'm not exactly sure what I want from this channel, but I'm going to be trying a bunch of different things. Okay, that's that.
Like a panther. Yes? Maybe not. Okay, who wants to go first?